This is from Renato Billo. Very dear Swami, the world appears in Chit through Maya. What is the relationship between Chit and Maya? How can Maya be inherent to Chit? We hope to hear from you on this profound matter.
Oh, another very difficult question. I won't go deep into it because it's centuries of debate on this. Like this question you asked, it all comes down to Maya. One monk, in exasperation, he said, it's useless asking questions to the Advaita. It's either all Brahman or all Maya. Yeah. Anything they can't answer is Maya. And what they can answer is Brahman. What is the relationship of Maya to Brahman? Or Chit means consciousness. What is the relationship? So consciousness, you are saying, appears as this word. Why? How? And the answer given is either Maya, that's Maya. Sri Ramakrishna would say Nitya and Leela, the absolute and the play. The absolute is it truly exists, and this play also exists. This is the play of the absolute, what we experience here. But this is mediated through Maya. And what is the relationship of Maya to Brahman or to Chit? That's pretty easy in the dualistic philosophies. Because in those philosophies, the ultimate reality or God or consciousness or whatever it is, it has attributes. And one of those attributes is Maya. Maya is the power of consciousness, Shakti. But that won't do in Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta is non-duality. So when you say Chit and Shakti or Brahman and Maya, it seems to be two. You're using two words after all. And the two seem to fulfill two different functions. One is existence, consciousness, bliss. The other one is projecting the one into the many. So they seem to be two different things. Or at least if you say, no, it's the same thing. Brahma Shakti Abhed, Sri Ramakrishna would say. Brahman and Shakti are non-different. They cannot be differentiated. Fire and its power to burn, they cannot be differentiated. But in that case, it creates problems for Advaita Vedanta because although it's still one, but that one becomes something with quality. Not nirguna anymore, with quality. What Advaita Vedanta, you have to understand, they are very monomaniacal about ontology, that there is only one reality. So Advaita Vedanta will say Brahman is the one reality and Maya is an appearance in that reality. It is not a countable second, nor is it a characteristic of Brahman, but it serves to explain the world of appearance. Since the world of appearance is a world of appearance, you don't have to give an ontological basis to it. Ontologically, it still remains one. So this is a question in the relationship between the one and the many. If you see in Indian philosophy, a wide range of answers has been proposed. There are theories like Vishishtadvaita, Bheda schools of Vedanta, which say there is an ultimate reality, call it God or Brahman, and Brahman or God has this power, Maya, Shakti, which either Maya itself transforms into this world. It's a real power of God, so the world is also real. Or with the power of Maya, Brahman itself transforms into this world. In any case, that is one way of looking at it. There's a real creation of the universe. That's one whole range of theories. There are many variations of this. The problem with this approach is you're making the absolute changeable. And if it's a real change, then the world is very much real. Then sin and suffering and destruction, these are all absolutely real. And God is also real, but you're putting out that reality at the same footing. It is not a greater or deeper reality than this world in that case. So those questions will come up. There are variations, ways of going around it. The Kashmiri Shaivism, for example, their approach is that they introduce a spanda theory, vibration. So this whole universe is a vibration of that non-dual reality, vibration of Shiva. So they see this world of experience as a living, pulsating continuum. Even then, logically, the Advaitin is a stickler for logic. You say, so still, vibrating, ultimate reality is vibrating, huh? Is that vibration a matter of, is it an objective experience or non-objective? Once you fall into that Advaita dialectic, you'll be crushed. If you say it's an objective experience, that it can be experienced, of course you are experiencing it, then it's an object. Then it's not pure consciousness. It belongs to the world of objects. If you say, no, it isn't, it's a characteristic of the absolute. If it's non-objective, it's not experienceable, why speak of it at all? Why call it vibration? And look at your own experience of consciousness. Does consciousness seem to vibrate, or do the objects in consciousness seem to vibrate? Vibration is always change, objective. Anyway, it's not meant for a critique of Kashmiri Shaivism. So that's another theory. Whereas the Advaitic approach is that you are this limitless pure consciousness without any attribute. And this world of limits, attributes appears in you. Why it appears? Ultimately, that question also should not be asked, because causality is also part of this world of appearance. You, the absolute, are not causally linked to this world. You, the consciousness, have no reference to time, space, and object. This is a very profound statement. See, when you are saying give an explanation of the many in terms of the one, you've already assumed that the many and the one are causally linked. But what if causality itself is part of the appearance? Then you cannot interrogate the absolute from the perspective of the appearance. The absolute remains safe from causality. That's what is Advaita Vedanta's ultimate position. If you still are not satisfied, no, why all this? Then Gaudapada's answer, Devasya Esha Swabhavoyam. It is the very nature of that shining consciousness. This is the shining forth of the consciousness. This is what it is. There is no why link. The why link is always within the appearance. Cause and effect. You, that consciousness, formless, limitless. Even consciousness, I'm using as a word. It has no reference to time. Hence, really speaking, it is not eternal. It has no reference to space. Hence, really speaking, it is not all-pervasive. It has no reference to object. Hence, really speaking, it's not even non-dual. These are all approaches we are making from our perspective. The final thing we can say is non-duality. That has to be abandoned once you have got... You see, it might seem very esoteric. It isn't. It's you. If you think it's too complicated, well, blame yourself. You are that reality. It's not complicated. It's utterly simple. It's complicated because trying to relate two things which cannot be related. And need not be. And must not be. What do you do then? Enjoy. Have fun. Have fun. This universe is fun. I'll end with this. Vivekananda, an American lady it was in California. They were camping by the huge redwood trees in Northern California. A group of American devotees and disciples. One of them said to Vivekananda, "So Swami, this world is like a school where we come as school kids to learn our lessons." And he said, "Whoever told you that? Madam, we are like clowns. We come and tumble in this world and have a roaring time of it all." Then lady was surprised. She had never heard this. He said, "Swami, but why do we tumble?" "Because we like to tumble, madam." It's all fun. But all fun even in suffering, not other people's suffering. My own suffering also, I should be able to see it internally as great fun. Then only I can honestly say this. It's not very difficult to dismiss other people's suffering. That's cruelty. But one must rise above that. Then that person will have great love and compassion for all. And will be able to help others also beyond this ocean of samsara.